Hello, everybody, and welcome to OpenExO Live. Really good to be with you today. And today we are chatting with Angelo, who is from Chile, and you can see some of the awesome people coming up in the next couple of weeks. If you want to be on OpenExO Live and share your story, your EXO journey, what you are doing with our amazing community, do head over to our marketplace where you can sign up. Or contact us so that you can be on the show. We really enjoy sharing the stories of our community from all over the world. And before we get Angelo up here on screen, I do have a few words from some community members. And the first one comes from Nikki, and she says, Angelo is a salt of the earth kind of person. He has a strong family-focused heart and works diligently to combine work-life balance into a purposeful existence. This perspective is ideal for building EXOs. He's an example. As an example, the crypto village and dome building are laying the groundwork for a destination-type co-working, living, playing lifestyle. Next, we have from Jennifer. I have the pleasure of working with Angelo on several projects and have always been impressed by his passion and commitment to expanding the human capabilities in Latin America and beyond. His extensive experience at the ExO Economy, Rutanio International Center, OpenExO, in addition to his enthusiasm and drive, make him uniquely well suited to creating meaningful relationships with industry leaders in education, universities and corporations, and foster exponential growth and communities he works with. As an inspiring leader who is passionate about helping others reach their full potential personally and professionally, they can themselves drive successful initiatives and be a catalyst for positive change. Then we have from Oscar, Angelo is a true entrepreneur without limits, an inspiring leader and a born innovator. He is not only a creative thinker, but also a passionate doer who is always looking for innovative ways to transform the world around him. What impresses me most about Angelo is his ability to be exponential in everything he does. He is not satisfied with doing things well. He always seeks excellence and perfection in every project he undertakes. And he has a family with the same values because they are all entrepreneurs too. Exponential Latin America is well represented with Angelo, who shows that entrepreneurship and leadership have no borders. And then lastly, from Rodrigo, I've had the pleasure of knowing Angelo for about 3 years now, ever since we were teammates on the EXO Sprint Coach certification. Each day, he continues to impress me more and more. And I say this because I truly believe that he is a shining example of someone who has successfully leveraged abundance to his advantage and can inspire everyone he encounters. Angelo is a genuinely inspiring individual, always ready to contribute innovative ideas, make improvements, or simply lend an ear to others. His ability to mobilize people and efforts to achieve objectives is truly remarkable. His presence in your life will provide you with an enriching and motivating experience. And so with that, I want to welcome Angelo. How are you doing this morning for you?
Yeah, this is morning over here. Well, thank you very much for having me, Kevin. And well, I'm truly impressed about what people is saying about me. Normally, you don't check yourself of what you are impacting people. And thank you very much for all of you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so awesome to see how the community, work with one another, are part of other communities, are doing things together, and ultimately all around purpose, because we're a pretty purpose-driven organization here. So, Angelo, for those people who don't know who you are, we've heard a little bit about you from some others. Can you share a little bit about yourself and how you came to join the OpenExO community?
Well, first of all, my name is Angelo. I'm a Chilean entrepreneur. I'm a father of 3, maybe it's 2 that right now, and and I enjoyed the community because first of all I did a training in the Singularity University, and then looking for a little bit more, I found the OpenExO. War, because it's a war. It's definitely a war. It's something that is really impressive from the beginning, and that's why I decided to certify myself with all of the training that you provide, from the foundation to the trainer. Also, the last one is the ambassador. I did it. Finally, I did it. It was difficult to finish, but I did it. And it's not because I don't want to do it, because normally I'm working in several projects and my time is limited and I need to focus, because you delude yourself if you cannot admin your time, and time is our main asset for all of us. You need to be careful about it. And I enjoy entrepreneurship for a while. I've been involved in the leadership of the language school, call it International Center, for almost 20 years. And I'm getting involved also in the DOMS building side, which is a new
Oh dear, it seems like we may have lost Angelo. Let me try and...
Can you hear me? We are back.
There we go. You disappeared for a short while.
I don't know what's happened. It's part of the exponentiality, yeah. The network.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is, getting involved of the ExO is one of the most important steps that you can do as an entrepreneur. You can focus yourself in real issues, and also you can upgrade your business with the framework. Your business and also your mind is reshaping. So yeah,
absolutely. And I mean, of course, I mean, as Selim often says, the ExO model was nothing new that they came up with. They just saw what great organizations were doing and mapped a model. But what was really important was the idea of being purpose driven, having purpose first. And so, the MTP attributes, really important. So many people, within our community even share a personal MTP. You mind sharing what is your personal MTP?
Well, it's a bit difficult to find your own MTP at the beginning, but my main focus right now is to build this community over here in Latam. I can say that help people to know the exponentiality and use it. That's all, as simple as that. I don't want to focus in other stuff than that one related to the community, because I believe in the people that is behind. You buy the idea of being part of a community before you believe. You have to believe.
No, absolutely.
We need believers, people who believe in the chain, people who believe in the possibilities, people who believe in the framework, and because the exponentiality will pass over us because it's exponential. Maybe don't need us.
No, absolutely. I mean, I can remember when I was once chatting with Suman, who's a community member in India, and he said, I joined OpenExO for the model, right? Because I thought the model was excellent, but I definitely stayed here because of the community, right? Which I think is so true, right? Many people say, hey, this is like a tribe, or the people that think the same way as me. We do have a job here to do, though, to show people that the future can be bright, right? Because there are lots of problems, but we definitely can come up with solutions.
Yeah.
Because we all have a great asset, like and as you were saying earlier, we also have some of these which we can use as well. So in the work that you do, as you said, like you're always thinking about the ExO model. So when you share it with people, what are their initial thoughts? Like what do they think at first, if when they first hear of the model?
Well, I've been involved in different kind of places for showing the method. Some of them are company side. I've been involved with agro-industrial companies, and I try to show them that they need to reshape the the mammoth and maybe make it happen in another kind of possibilities. And they don't understand pretty well at the beginning. At the beginning, some of them associate that to the lean startup method, but it's not the same. We know that. We are just using part of that for promoting the method. But yeah, they are willing to understand that, but they don't know pretty well. To be honest, the communication of the structure of the method is something that needs to be different, and it's a step by step. It's not. It's slow. It's linear. It's linear.
It's linear. And
Yeah.
so what would you where would you say like entrepreneurs and I guess even businesses within Chile are sort of at the moment, right? Like are most very linear in their business models and their thinking, or do you see quite a few innovations? I mean, there's a few Chilean, not that we want to look at only unicorns, but I mean there are some some innovative Chilean companies
A lot
in
of them.
So is that inspiring people to think more exponential?
Yeah, definitely. There is a mix of innovation over here that is led by the Corfo. Corfo is the Corporación de Fomento. These guys are putting innovation in context, spreading the word of the innovation, and they are in touch with this kind of unicorn. Sometimes they are unicorn, but they don't know pretty well the attribute. They are using the attribute, but they don't know how to use it and connect them. They
Yes.
make it happen. They just
Yes.
put it in context and experiment a lot, and which is fair enough. It's good. But I know that there is a bunch of opportunities in Latam for spreading the idea, especially in educational institutions such as universities, such as um, innovation corporate, social corporate, like
Yeah.
Corfu, But how to go inside that and put it into the context, it means that you have to be in a political side of the innovation, and you have to push yourself in another context. Part of the innovation is also political. Part of the innovation is social. Part of the innovation is also the passion of the entrepreneurs. Over here in Chile is growing so fast. Innovation is the top one over here. Chile is top one in terms of innovation.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I mean, in terms of actually using that route, as you've said, like there's definitely organizations out there that maybe have never heard of ExO, but they do leverage many of the attributes, right? Whether it's internally, leveraging the social attributes and the way they communicate, just because they're young and that's how they communicate, or perhaps using autonomy, or perhaps having really good internal dashboards, or leveraging staff on demand, or building a community. But many, as you said, don't necessarily use that terminology. Angelo, are you with us, or have we lost you again? It seems like your connection is not so great. Seems like we may have lost Angelo again. So whilst we wait for Angelo to come back, I did want to share some exciting news, and that exciting news is that we have a date for the launch of Exponential Organizations 2.0. And on the 6th of June, we will be launching Exponential Organizations 2.0. So if you're interested in attending that, you can see, you just head over to web.openexo.com/EXO2. I see Angelo is back. So I am going to bring him back up on stage or on screen, and I'll show you this again a little bit later. But let's get Angelo back.
I don't know what happened, my friend. Sorry about it, but that's happened.
Well, Angelo, the fact that you are in Chile and I'm sitting in Cape Town and we're having a conversation that can be shown to any person on the planet on 3 different channels is mind-blowing.
Yeah.
So the fact that there's a few glitches, I don't think people should be too concerned about that. And so, yeah, so I was saying, ultimately, what attributes do you think are those that are maybe easiest to use, or those that you are using, in everyday life as an entrepreneur?
Yeah. Well, using ExO in the real life is truly a must for everyone. Try to connect yourself with the attribute every day, because you will be more proactive, and also you can focus yourself in the iteration between the attribute is important. I'm using normally experimentation, social technology, and is one of experimentation is a must for me, because I am always experimenting. Everything is part of my experimentation every day. For example, the DOMs were building as an edge for us during the transition period in the pandemic. We didn't expect to build DOMs, but we know how to learn how to build the DOMs, and most of the inside members from the community saw from the scratch how we build the DOM, and the DOMs are renting right now, and the growth of the DOM is moving to the exponential side, and which is as an example, we grow 7x from December to April in followers. We did an experiment, and it was amazing, because you in terms of social technology, you can see clearly the exponentiality applied. You say, and we experiment that, because during that transition, the income grow, the expand grow, the everything grow, but there is a time where you can make things come true, and that happens when you are focused on the framework. You need to know yourself. Where is your product? Where is your NTP? How you connect that dots, and also then use it. The interfaces is the other attribute that I normally use. I love interfaces, because if you don't know interfaces, you don't have any chance to as an entrepreneur to know the back end. I mean, don't make everything, just know it. Know it, just get that little trick that give you the followers. What is the little trick that increase 10x the followers? Is money, is content, is offer, is discount, whatever it is, try to make it happen, test it, and then go for it. And on the other hand, with the other edge that we are building as the retro cut, this one is another edge product that we are giving, and also it was born in the middle of the pandemic, and based on the attribute, we start building a leverage asset. We hire a company who print this puppet, and also we hire another company from Colombia who is doing the NFT of this RetroCat puppet. And you ask me, is Freddie Mercury will sing? Maybe, why not? Maybe can sing in a soon future. But we're experimenting a lot. DOMs, packaging, proposal. That's why the ExO framework keep you alive. As an entrepreneur, if you use the ExO framework, you will stay alive. Maybe not being ExO like 10x or 4x, because you will need a lot of resources for traction all of the experiment that you do. But you can grow 1x, 2x. It's enough. The idea is reshape, rebuild, readapt, and grow. That's the main focus.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, Angela. And what I really love is the fact that, you don't have to be a traditional tech company to actually leverage the EXO model, right?
Not at all.
It's and not at all. Yes, it's important to have certain digital aspects, right? It's very hard to to leverage interfaces without some sort of digital aspect. It's quite hard to. I mean, you can grow a community without digital, but it's easier if you have some sort of digital aspect to it. But you don't have to be a technology company to leverage EXO. And before I ask this next question, I did want to just put up here. I see Karina just said here on LinkedIn. Angelo is great at applying exponential technologies for different business. Is a must talk to person if you want to start your own endeavor. So that's it. You now are going to have to speak to anyone who wants to start something new, because Karina says so. And I see Rodrigo is also just saying hi from Santiago.
That's my mates. They are. Yeah. Thank
you
very much.
Yeah. So I guess, I mean, you've shared a little bit about these edge things you're busy with, and the one thing people often say potentially about people that are in our community, that maybe we're too optimistic. We look at the future with a positive lens. Why do you think people should be optimistic and do that? See things as bright for the future.
Yeah, well, here I will use an example. Maybe will not be the best, but decentralization. Technology decentralize humans, and we are using decentralization as a must for any kind of our endeavors that we're trained. And if you want to grow faster and better, you need to be in a different path. It's not one-on-one. We are discussing right now how we can sell this little puppet in another country, because Chile is just one person to one person, which is linear, and normally any kind of startup will be in that way at the beginning. The dead valley will face that, and you have to pass the dead valley. The dead valley is when all your income are invested, all your effort are invested, and you don't sell anything. That's why you need to get that quick wins, that little quick wins that will help you to grow. Grow is a process. It's not an end. It's a process. My suggestion for the community member is is try to understand the meaning of each attribute, the meaning, just the meaning. And before the meaning is clear for you, connect that meaning with a product. As simple as that. For example, interfaces, CRM, Zapier. All right, perfect. It's an interface. That will help you a lot to start connecting the dots. Being an ExO is connect the dots, connected. This is this 5 attribute. This is the other 5 attribute. You have to connect them.
Yeah.
Then you are enough empowered to say we are in fit. We are in the right way, but you need to measure it. Sorry,
Yeah.
measure. That's key for me.
100%. So, as I said, Angelo, the time disappears really quickly.
Yeah.
Last thing before you go for your day is, what is one thing you want people to know? Like, if there was one thing that you could share, and that's the only thing you could share, what would that be?
Well, will be not based on Exos. Will be meet God. As simple as that. That's the one thing that I want to share with all of the community members. God have control.
Yeah.
We are not in control. We are just flesh.
Awesome, Angelo. It's been wonderful chatting to you. We connect quite often, never in person yet, but that'll happen, I'm sure. I guess I've never been to South America, so
Come to the domes.
So a trip to a dome, sometime.
You're invited for free.
In 2024, maybe we can do it at the end of 2023. But Angelo, it's always wonderful chatting to you. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I want to say thank you for my friends, my family, my colleagues, the Don't Stop Me Now group, and all of the LATAM members that they are pushing to the next level. We are here to support.
Awesome. Cheers, Angelo.
See you then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Always great chatting to Angelo. As so many people said, someone who is always leveraging the ExO attributes, always willing to share and show others and get his hands dirty, that's for sure. As I was showing when we lost Angelo, the new book we are going to be launching on the 6th of June, 2023. You can see the times there. Unfortunately, for those of you in Asia, I'm sorry that it's not at a great time. But if you just head over to web.openexo.com/EXO2, you will be able to sign up. And we really look forward to seeing you. If you are a community member and you want to connect with your community live and join all together, we're also hosting, we would love people to host watch parties. And so do go ahead and do that. And with that, I want to say thank you to everyone. We'll see you all next week.